So I don't want to talk with chewing gum in my mouth. Put that there for a sec. So, where I'm at now, I'm 7 weeks out from my first ever show. I'm sitting about 4 kg above the approximate stage weight that we envisioned for myself. So, my stress levels and tension are reasonably high. It's just like self-doubt. That's what it is, self-doubt. Asking questions I know the answer to because I'm not confident in my own answer. Something goes wrong.
No, for sure. You can tell.
Definitely higher than like we want them to be. Just putting my socks on as well. I know that obviously the last thing you want to do is stress, because especially in females, stress makes you hold more water, it can kind of just mess up things even more than they're already messed up. But I can't help it. I'm not where I thought I'd be at this point, if that makes sense. Like, I've never got stage lean before. I have been skinny before, but that wasn't necessarily through like healthy weight loss. It was, you know, erratic dieting and all that kind of dumb stuff we do as young girls, or young people should I say. So I'm not where I thought I'd be right now, and I think that's like a big problem in my head, because it's almost like not living up to my own expectations. And I've gone through the, oh, if I'd done this differently, if we'd not pulled back so many times, and blah 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 blah. But at the same time, in comparison to what I could be doing, which could potentially be maintaining or trying to survive maintaining stage weight for what would be like basically a month now, because I would have competed back in March, and the show was cancelled. If I'd continued on to that time and I'd been ready for March, I'd probably be a lot more stressed and struggling a lot more right now. As well, it's like I'm just gonna do it really. The gym that I train at has recently changed the room that I do like my posing and check-ins at the gym, and they've turned it into like a stretch room open to the public. You can lock the doors, but they're like, you can pop them open. So doing my checking in here this week, it was just another cherry on top of the shit show ice cream. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I've just been feeling really stressed about where I'm at and what I'm doing. Well, not what, it's just, I've just been letting it all get to me, basically. And I can probably just waffle on and on and on about how I'm worried I won't be ready in time, or how I'm worried I'm not kind of working at the right level, panicking even about doing things like, what was it the other day, like lat raises I think, panicking about doing them, or RDLs, stuff that I've done in my training week in, week out for ages, for, you know, it's even in the prep, since I've been doing the prep since November, I've been doing it consistently since then, this same training style, same movements, and I'm like now doubting even that. But obviously we push more. There's been a bit of a change. So when 2 weeks ago now, when the gym's opened, I came in with a new training plan, same cardio split, but a new food plan as well. And I wasn't necessarily taking to it quite well. We stopped me from carb cycling, which is what I was doing before the gyms opened, and I had a small amount of carbs. It was literally 160 grams of potato and 6 grams of oats in the day, but I had slightly high fats. I had some avocados, some peanut butter alongside with my olive oil that I have in my salad, and it didn't necessarily react well with me. Coming back in, obviously my muscles filled up, and my muscles filled up with fluid, and I started gaining weight, and my belly was quite bloated, so it kind of wasn't what we wanted. I was, you know, did it for a week thinking would it change. It didn't help that I come on my time of month as well, which obviously makes me bloated. Sorry, I've got someone like doing my poses in the background. But yeah, so essentially my body said no, even though it was something that probably would have worked quite well had I been, you know, had all these other factors that have changed. So we've gone back to a new diet plan, which is I got my egg whites and protein in the morning, which I make up into a pancake anyway. They're just like quite easy to eat. And then I have like a chicken meal, and then a turkey mince meal, then a turkey breast meal, and then I have beef mince meal or a steak depending on the day. So, and then I finish with my oats. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Obviously it is quite few calories. It's like not a lot of calories in the sense of what I was eating in off season, but I guess I'm not quite in a starvation diet. It's just a really high protein diet with seemingly low fat. And then I've got to be a bit cautious about what veg I eat as well. I'm not currently having broccoli because I think it's something that affects my digestion. I've got like quite a sensitive stomach as it is, so avoiding that is kind of just another way to stop me from potentially bloating or, you know, not necessarily having a healthy digestive flow. My training's still the same, so I have, it's glute focused legs, shoulders, quad focused legs, back, hamstring focused legs, and then I have a sort of Saturday, which is where I've got a top up day, and or, you know, just kind of hit a body part I maybe feel like didn't get enough attention. And I'm not exactly rigid in those, but I try to stick to those days because it kind of helps me plan out the rest of my week, like what clothes I need, how long I'm going to be, whether I can get to work early or not. Like in the mornings when I have been doing 5 days lists, I now have 4 days lists, which means it's only 4 mornings a week. I've got 30 minutes of steady state cardio. 3 of those mornings a week I've got abs, and 3 of those mornings a week I've got a couple rounds of everyday shoulders. I normally pair them all together, and then I'm kind of rotating my posing to be in the mornings and in the evenings. Obviously in the mornings I'm that bit leaner, that bit tighter. In the evenings I already feel a little bit, you know, bloated or sluggish with food, or it's after training and cardio. My evening hit, the bane of my life, it's kind of jumped up from 15 minutes 5 times a week to 25 minutes 5 times a week, and that's obviously to combat the one less list session. So all in all, a little bit of an update, a little bit of a change. Another change since the last time I made a video is where I'm competing. It was just going to be at the time PCA in June, and I hadn't quite decided where I was going to go after that, or, you know, what show I was going to do. You know, the goal is you want to get an invite to finals. I've actually just booked myself, well, a little while back now. I booked myself onto 2 Bros in July for 2 classes. So again, it's one of those ones where you want to get an invite to the finals, but realistically, considering the year and how long I've spent on prep, if I'm not going to compete in one of the finals, the likelihood is I will enter my off season. and just have a long off season, taking on the judges' feedback, just as like I would have wanted to kind of do a couple of shows earlier in the year and then maybe a couple in later in the year. I didn't have the ability this year because of all the lockdowns. So what I am looking to do is, once I've done these shows, unless something jumps out at me or there's something I desperately want to do, I will go back and, you know, reverse out of the diet and go into an off season so that I can kind of get my health back to 100% and just, you know, lift some heavy shit and grow some muscle. But that's my update for now. I actually have something really cute to show you. It's just some bits from Compact and also some freebies from a protein company, which I will show you in a minute. So because I'm the fattest stress head ever, I've literally just got home, whipped off the kit again and done more checking pictures. So yeah, but I just want to show you, I got some new bits from Compact ahead of the show. I just want to show them to you guys. So let me get in. So if I just open up, it's always lovely packaging from Compact, and you get your little card. In focus. Hee. But I've actually already had a look at it, but I put them back in the box. So to go along with these two bracelets, I actually think I'm going to get a bigger one or another one, just because I think that they're a little bit little for me and I want a bit more. And they've given me as well a muscle bath bomb, a little bit of protein, which is great because I will try this. I have a bit of chocolate, and then I have my Pro-Tan stuff. So I've got the Get Buffed body scrub, I've got Bikini Bite, Show Shine, I've got the Pro-Tan instant color and the base coat, and I'm actually going to put these on when I go to Leeds for my posing session. But I just wanted to show you guys that. And it's back to me. And it's back to me. So, another thing that I've got is I was sent some samples to try from a company. So it is Gym Power, and they're based in Cornwall. Can you see that? Can you see it? Yeah. Obviously, I've got no time to do my nails, so just don't watch them, please. But yeah, and they basically sent me like some supplements to try, which is actually really nice. Couple of things that I'm like so excited is the Perm Way. But yeah, they've basically given me the cinnamon donut one, and I'm literally so excited to try this. I'm going to put this one in an oats, and then I've also got Applied Nutrition chocolate candies. Another thing that I'm actually really excited to try, but I think I might try this one as a sludge, you know. And then I've got a caramel chocolate, and again, this is another one I'm going to eat as a sludge. But there we go. I got some pre-workouts. There's a fruit punch one and an Arctic Blast. That's probably going to be a bit of me, not gonna lie. And I've got another one, which is a B41 pre-workout and Psychotic. That's definitely a bit of me, you know. But yeah, I'll give them a go and then see what they're like. I might try one of them now, because I've got a combined meal 1 and 2, because your girl is late to eating her food. So yeah, I'll show you if I do. Hi. So it's not the prettiest little thing, but I've got some, they're like omelettes, but I used my waffle pan, which I used for my pancakes. So it's like little waffle burgers. And then of course, some skinny food, tomato sauce. I actually got brown sauce upstairs, which I was going to use, but it's upstairs and that's way too much. So I'm going to do a little sherry. Dab, 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 dab. Okay, so I went with the chocolate caramel. Sludge is well as I like, but I did get there in the end. I just used more water than I usually would. So I'm meant to be. It's banging. The where it didn't mix as well went into a sludge, and they're like little bites that almost feel like caramel in the sludge, and it's literally, I think it's meant to be like a Mars bar with a bit of caramel, or maybe a Snickers without the nuts, or I don't know. Long story short, it actually, the chocolate tastes like chocolate, and the bits of caramel where it's not properly mixed is like biting into a little piece of caramel. So I'm actually going to give this, let me taste it again just to know. I go strong. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. It's banging. And while I'm here, I'll try and do this as delicately as I can. My little burger. The protein's better.